in your mind when you hear cybercrime or cybersecurity? Let's talk. This is Judy's Diary, and I'm glad to be your host. I am Judy Murray. Let's talk about cybercrime and cybersecurity. What is cybercrime? What is cybersecurity? Let's talk about this. So, what is cybercrime? Cybercrime can be described as an illegal usage of any communication device to cause harm or to facilitate some illegal act using any communication device. Who are cyber criminals? Who is a cyber criminal? This is someone who uses some skills in technology to perform some illegal acts through a computer or a group of computers under a network. These criminals are widely found at a place we call dark web. What is a dark web? It is part of internet that consists of hidden sites. Hidden sites that you cannot even get through the search engines. But when investigators are doing their job, they tend to use the suspected gadgets that they suspect could have been used to do the illegal act, and there is a way they find them. These criminals can perform as an individual or a team. So they are sure from what they are doing because their target is sharp. How do these crimes happen? The cyber crimes. Now, the criminal tends to get advantage of the security holes and vulnerabilities in your system. And through this, they are able to get to the targeted environment easily. What are these vulnerabilities and security holes? They are things that like weak authentication system that you're using in your system, maybe weak passwords, easily memorized passwords, such things. It can also be maybe poor security system in your organization, in your business, in your home. Maybe CCTV cameras are not working or they are working poorly, or the way they are working, it is easily to be accessed in the security system by the criminals. These are things that make these criminals access the targeted environment easily. Why am I mentioning CCTV camera? It's because it's part of cybersecurity measure that should be installed in an environment to prevent criminals from accessing your devices physically. Criminals not only do this online. Cybercrime is also physical. Stealing your data physically from your computer, taking that device and destroying it is a cybercrime because it has lost data, it has lost value. Now, this is where we get to know two different types of hackers. There is a black hat hacker and a white hat hacker. A black hat hacker is this hacker who is getting into the system for a malicious act. And there is a white hat hacker. This is the good hacker who is hired to get rid of any vulnerability or security holes in your system to prevent a black hat hacker or any other type of cybercrime criminal to get into your system. So not all hackers are bad. So these white hat hackers, for example, in Kenya, you can find them in a site called Upwork. They are certified ethical hackers that are hired to make sure your system is clean. They hack in the system to get rid of any vulnerability that can lead to a security boot in your system. Having looked at what is cybercrime, having known who are the criminals, and how to define the crime of the criminal, now let's look at these types of the crime. Let's look at one of the most common crime, phishing. Phishing and scam. Phishing. What is phishing? Phishing, not phishing for all Samaki, it's phishing, PH. Phishing. Okay, phishing is a type of social engineering attack that occurring through this to attack the user. How it goes is that this criminal will send some emails, fake emails and messages to a certain user, and these emails will be containing some links that when you click on that link, it can link to maybe downloading a software, it can link to maybe opening some access that will allow this criminal to get to the system. And what happens when this link allows the criminal to access the system? The criminal will do anything that is targeted. He will get to the targeted environment so easily, do the malicious thing that was targeted to be done, and there you are as a victim. Look at social media platforms like Facebook. There are so many dirty links that are exposed on people's worlds. Some are clicking the link unaware just because you have seen an attractive photo of your interest and you're there clicking the link to see more details. You don't know that this link has got so many commands. These people are programmers, these people are coders, and that link is carrying so many of them, many commands, linking them to different places that they want to target, and you end up being the victim. You click that link and you wonder why you are very posting things that you don't understand. It is because there is a link you clicked, and this link has some details that you don't know. You end up embarrassing yourself. In organizations, you might find an email is sent to even an individual or person already. You receive an email which has got some links. Stop clicking any link that you maybe suspect to be not genuine or that not interest you, because these links can lead to total damage, loss of data, damage of your system, so many negative things that will cost you. Another common crime is identity theft. This is where a criminal uses someone else's personal data, maybe an identity card, credit card, a photo, any information that does not belong to them without their permission. A criminal will use that data without the owner's permission just to commit fraud or crime. For example, you have seen many people on social media platforms, they come up and say, hey, don't get to this person, don't follow what this person is saying, this person is using my photo, this person is using my name, my information to scam you because this is not my page, something like that. That person has used the other person's data, any type of data, to target you. And many people are falling for it because you do not do maybe a behind the scenes research to get to know whether this person is it the right person that I know. Another common type of crime is ransomware attack. What is this ransomware attack? This is where the criminal will design a malware that has got some powerful capability of encrypting someone's data from a system and denying this person or user the access to the information. And when you are attacked by that malware, if your system is not well secured with the right antivirus, you will be a victim to that malware. This malware encrypts all your information and data. You cannot access it. Now when you get to be a victim of that, what the criminal does, the criminal will ask for a ransom, and you will have to pay for it because the data is so important and most of the data is very urgent. You don't have time to start looking for these criminals, investigating, because like we say, these criminals are under adapted. Getting them will waste yourself, your resources, your time, and you will have no choice but having to fall for the ransom. Who loses? It is you, because you did not secure your system well. This comes now. Here comes an ethical hacker. That's where this ethical hacker comes in. Always, if you can afford this hacker, kindly get this white hat hacker to come and have any vulnerability in your system and secure all the security loopholes to avoid this. Have good security measure for your system. Your network should be well secured. Here comes now the other common crime that most of us users know: hacking. This is misuse of computers and networks. What is hacking? Hacking is a type of crime whereby there is unauthorized access to private computers and networks for the purpose of misuse. This hacking can lead to maybe system shutdown, interruption of operations, and network, stealing of data, anything malicious. This is what is hacking is generally described. But as we looked before, we got to understand that there are two types of hackers. There is a bad hacker and a good hacker. A bad hacker is now the criminal who is accessing the computers without authority for some malicious act. And the good hacker is the white hat hacker. This ethical hacker who is certified to hack systems for the access of any vulnerability in the system, so that to prevent the black hat hacker from attacking your system. Two types of hackers. So not all hackers are bad, like you say. So when you have a good hacker, the ethical one who is certified, you are safe from the bad hacker. Where do we find these good hackers? For example, we have a site called Upwork in Kenya. When you go to Upwork, when you are listed there, you can approach any, discuss what you want, make business, and you're clean, you're safe. This is a type of cybersecurity measure that you can install in your computer, in your system, and you're good. Having that hacker is like installing a safety system in you, because the vulnerabilities in your system will be covered and the security loopholes will be sealed and you are safe. So avoid hackers, avoid the bad hackers in your system by being secure. Let your system remain clean. Internet fraud, another common type that so many of us users are falling for. What is this internet fraud? This is a type of crime committed by criminals through internet. And you see, it can be generalized as a group of crimes that happen through internet: theft of services, the banking theft, that is the bank scams, and mostly they come through this. These criminals will get to trick you through fake bank apps that are replicated to look like they're genuine apps, and you will fall for this. And you will fall for this because these are replicated apps or links. They can be sent by emails. They can be sent like the little links of apps, and you get to feed your details there. Somehow your finances are lost. Somehow you give them access to so much information about you, and they use that information to do more fraud. So much happens through the internet fraud, and the much you can do is just be careful about this, because it's so easy to fall for it. Only if you are not keen. If you're not sure, kindly approach the bank. Get to know the right link, the right app, right codes to use, because these are programmers. These criminals will know what they are doing, and when they target something, they have seen a vulnerability somewhere and somehow. Other types of crimes that users are falling for, or users are so much victimized on, are crimes like cyberbullying. Every day we get to see such cases. Cyberbullying. We all know what cyberbullying is. It is a serious crime that can cause a negative psychology effect to someone, or even a serious case to you who is bullying someone else. But we have like cyber stalking. There are stalkers out there, messages, even online calls, such. So what do you do with stalkers? You can report or block them or ignore. Don't even try, don't give them attention. We have cyber extortion where you can get your account misbehaving, or even your account can get lost somehow. Something happened to accounts, and you see people being approached by someone else. If you pay me this amount, I will give you back your account. You see? There are so even online drug trafficking, we have seen such cases. These crimes are there. So let's be so careful. Let's be so careful, especially on our social media platforms. Now, you may ask yourself the benefit for these cyber criminals. What do they get when they do these malicious acts? What is so good in it? There are three main reasons why these people do this. The first one is, of course, finance. When they mess up your data, when they encrypt your data, when they take away your data, of course they want you to give you, they want you to give them money, ransom. That is definitely something that you will do, because there is not much you can do. You have to pay them for you to get back your data. Another one is revenge. They can be doing this to get back to someone they don't like, someone they hate, someone who did something to them. The other one is maybe individual satisfaction. Look at stalkers. What do they do? What is so much they can be asking from you? Stalking. They are happy doing that. It's their thing. So these people do their things for reasons. Digital infrastructure in Kenya has been a victim for the cyber attack. And in 2023, there was an attack, and it affected some companies. Let me say government organizations like Kenya Railway Corporation, there was NTSA and Kenya Power. These attacks came in a design whereby the criminals sent so many commands. We call it a DDoS attack, denial of service. How they made this attack happen is that they commanded the system to have so many requests. A flow of requests. The requests were coming so many such that the system could not handle, and she had to come to standstill. And the systems collapsed. And when a system collapses, no one can access the service. No one could access the service. Either the users there, the admins, the public, we could not access the service because the criminals had attacked the system using a DDoS method, DDoS denial of service, and they do it in different ways. Meaning, it was not one attacker. They worked as a team. And this was so hard, but thereafter the systems were up. This tells you that there was so much vulnerability in those systems, and I'm glad now the government promised that such a thing will not happen. It was a head up because other organizations got afraid and they worked more on cybersecurity measures. This should happen even to our computers. Let's be more vigilant. Some such an attack also recently attacked our national service, where we access all the services, the e-citizen service. This was not successful. What does that tell you? It was an attempted attack. So that means these people are ready. The systems were good. The loopholes were sealed. The vulnerabilities were all worked on. So they noticed it before it attacked them. This means stay alert. Let's be ready, like you said before. Because if e-citizen could have been attacked, just imagine the kind of information that could have got out to those criminals. So let's be more vigilant on this. Let's not expose ourselves. Let's not expose our data and information out there. Looking back, some years back, there is this system, IFME system, whereby the tenders are done there and anyone can apply. It was also under attack, and this was because the credential method, the interpretation method that was used was a bit weak, and someone accessed the system, and some information was exposed whereby not only worked on it, it was okay. So let's avoid this, because when you are attacked, you get to lose that, you get to lose yourself. You can even be affected psychologically because so much will go out, so much will be lost. So let's be more vigilant, let's be more careful, let's get aware. Our organizations, some have tried to bring awareness to the employees, and many people are aware of what they should do to avoid such crimes attacking them and the organization at large. Such awareness campaigns and trainings in the companies are very, very essential. Cybersecurity, I will not put this in a much complex or structured way. I will put it in a very simple way. Cybersecurity, there are measures we should take, or rather structures of measures we should take against cybercrime. So cybersecurity begins with us. Before you even get to networks, to systems, begin with us, physical security. How secure is the device? How many people are accessing the device? Where is that device? So physical security, we can talk of CCTV cameras. These ones will help us to see the operations around. How safe is your device? Who is using it? Yeah. General physical security. Let's look at the system security now, whereby secure your data, secure your info, anything, something like backups. How safe is your data? How safe is your information? Backups are everywhere. You can do a cloud backup, you can do a device backup, and make sure there is always a backup somewhere, because a device can get lost, a device can get spoiled, anything can happen to another device, and without a data backup, then you're done. Come to another security measure whereby prevent your data. From now the malware from those can be attacked with antiviruses, firewall, let it be well done. Use the right thing. Use the right antivirus. Make it safe for you. Don't download anything from internet that you want that you don't need, because these things are the ones that are carrying other programs in them that are malicious in your system. So be guarded with the right genuine antivirus. Avoid software piracy. This is another common thing that users are so much used to, because software piracy is coming with so much in it. A software that is not genuine will always have another software in it, or some other program in it that you have to carry in your system. And if you're not careful, your system might be vulnerable to the target. So let's avoid that. So let's stay safe, let's keep safe, protect yourself, protect your system, protect your networks from being attacked by any crime. Don't let yourself be the victim. I am your host, Judy Muredi, and I am glad to have hosted this, and I look forward to doing this more with you. Kindly subscribe to our channel. Tell us more what you should like us to do, what you love us to do, and we will be glad to working more with you. Thank you so much.